What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Back at you another night live. What's going on, Proper Persona? My man says Sheeples follow. Women control their own minds and hearts. Let me get a sound check real quick. Let me get a one for good audio. Shout outs to Level Eyes to see what's going on. Yeah, y'all see the title. Terry Lynn Wright, the maskless woman. Second time she got arrested, ladies and gentlemen. It's the second time she got arrested. I'm trying to figure out, is she innocent? Is she just looking for attention? Or is she a psyop? You know, is she just being put out there to put in our minds that if we don't wear masks, that we're going to get arrested? You know, is that the agenda they're pushing? You know, it's a good question. It's definitely a good question. Terry Lynn Wright. That's the lady's name. I'm gonna go into the print. So, if y'all remember, about a month ago, I mirrored a video of body cam footage as well of her getting arrested in a Bank of America. And this was in Texas. And just recently, on March 19th, she was arrested again. And I believe this was in Galveston. No, this was in Texas City. Texas City, Texas. So, what we got going on is, this is from 7 ABC. Body cam video released after maskless woman is arrested again in Texas. Texas City, Texas. While a takedown to the floor wasn't necessary this time, police body camera video of a maskless woman being arrested for the second time in 6 days showed her in the middle of a recitation of her rights inside an Office Depot store in Texas. However, much like her previous arrest at a Bank of America branch in Galveston, Texas, the woman, who police identified as 65-year-old Terry Lynn Wright, had showed some resistance when an officer slapped handcuffs on her Wednesday in Texas City. Shout out to Mike Jones. I see you in the background, bro. I'm going to get you in as soon as I finish this article. According to the Texas police, Wright was asked to leave the store by employees for refusing to cover her face. Instead, as the video shows, the woman stood at the checkout area of the Office Depot on Emmett F. Lowry Expressway, loudly reading off the phone. Ma'am, if you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail for trespassing, the officer tells Wright, who responds by telling the officer to read her phone. These are my federal rights, Wright retorts. You're in violation of the law. It's at that point the officer produces handcuffs and grabs Wright's arm to arrest her. This is a major violation, Wright yells. As Wright is taken into a police vehicle, additional officers arrive, with one of them almost instantly recognizing Wright as the same person from the Galveston incident. Wright was booked into Galveston County Jail for criminal trespass and resisting arrest, search or transport. Her bond totaled $2,500. On March 11th, a day after Texas lifted COVID-19 restrictions, Wright was taken into custody on warrants related to a similar mask refusal and trespass incident inside the Bank of America on Central City Boulevard. Her confrontation with Galveston police was captured on body camera. Legally, individual businesses are allowed to set their own safety protocols against the coronavirus. And like in Wright's case, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but like in Wright's case, can refuse service to patrons who don't abide by policy. So there you go. That's the picture of Terry Lynn Wright. And that's the end of the article right there. That's her picture. It says, woman arrested by Galveston PD. Wow, really? That's how it is in the urban areas, ladies and gentlemen. Well, no, that's not necessarily. They drive quads all around now. But that's the situation right there. So my question is let me get Mike Jones up in here. Shout out to James Ferguson. Wake up America. What's going on, bro? New guru. What up, Mike Jones?
What up, bro?
You hear him out here? You hear the quads?
Yeah, I see it. It's a nice day out.
Yeah, definitely nice. What's up, bro? What you think about this chick Terry Lynn Wright, man?
I think it's crazy because the Governor Abbott, he ended all the mask mandates. So why the private business is still following it?
This the governor of
Texas.
Texas.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that. Yeah, well, I think in both cases she shouldn't have been arrested. This recent video, the woman just told that she said the cop told her she said she didn't leave the store. She was going to be arrested for trespassing.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And she wasn't even causing the incident. She might have been speaking a little loudly, but she wasn't really causing the incident. That's crazy. Shouts to Alabama Camera. What up, bro? New guru James Ferguson.
It just goes to show you, man, that the cops are gonna they'll follow any order that's given to them, man, whether it's unconstitutional or not.
Right.
You know what I mean? That shows you. I bet you. And the crazy thing about it, probably half those cops don't even believe in COVID, but they're still gonna follow the procedures and the orders that's given to them.
I seen an article today. I believe it was in Massachusetts how they were giving vaccines to state police. Like they were coming to the stations to give it to them, and hundreds
refused
the vaccine. I think they said thousands. I'm not sure though,
but they'll lock you up for not wearing a mask.
Yeah, and they're not even taking the vaccine, and majority of them are working with. If they don't have it on, they got it half off their face. I don't even hardly see it. Like today, I didn't see a lot of them with a mask on.
But you know what it is? It's more power for them. That's why they don't mind enforcing it. You know what I mean?
What was the title of that article? Governor Abbott, what he do?
He cancels mask mandates.
Cancel mask mandates. Governor Abbott, okay. That was on March 4th.
Exactly.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott responds to criticism over announcement that mask mandate will end. Wow.
So why is she getting locked up?
Exactly.
It makes no sense, man. It shows the separation, man, that we have, man, with the people and the government, man. You know?
Yeah, man. It's like this is the early days of them, seeking control and actually us, going by it. I mean, we've been going by it for years now, but like for them to actually have the control that they want, I feel like these are the early days of it.
The crazy part about it is people act like Governor Abbott didn't talk to doctors about this. You know what I mean? I'm sure this wasn't his decision. He didn't make the decision without asking other people, asking doctors, asking professionals about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But people are acting like he just made his decision out of his own whim. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this video to play. It's acting up.
And Biden have been at odds over both your decision and as you.
I'm gonna try another one.
That lady's gonna have so many lawsuits.
At a Lubbock restaurant that he is in.
What you say?
I said that lady's gonna have so many lawsuits on her hand, man.
That lady got a lawsuit from the first incident. I believe she definitely, after this statement that Governor Abbott made, she definitely got a lawsuit. Mm-hmm. So let's say Texas is lifting its mask mandate. Governor Greg Abbott said Tuesday, and this was written on March 4th, 2021. Making it the largest state to end an order intended to prevent the spread of the coronavirus that has killed more than 42,000 Texans. The decision comes as governors across the U.S. have been easing coronavirus restrictions despite warnings from health experts that the pandemic is far from over. Like the rest of the country, Texas has seen the number of cases and deaths plunge. Hospitalizations are at the lowest level since October, and the 7-day rolling average of positive tests has dropped to about 7,600 cases, down from more than 10,000 in mid-February. Lifting the COVID-19 restrictions was a decision that Abbott told ABC 13 was a product of the data that he's seen. The data has been remarkably effective, Abbott said. Over the past week, we've administered more than 1.2 million vaccinations. We are on schedule to make sure that by the time the order goes into effect, more than half of the senior population will have received a shot. In fact, by the time we get to the end of March, every senior who wants a vaccine will be able to get one, of course. While the mask mandate has been lifted, when asked if he currently wears his mask and if he would continue wearing it, Abbott said yes. He also encouraged others to continue wearing their mask. In regard to the mask mandate, we are still urging people to continue to wear the mask, to continue to use safe practices that they have mastered over the past year. Because Texans have mastered the safe strategies, they know the right thing to do. When I asked about Texas ranking 48 in the number of people per capita that have been vaccinated and about the health experts he conversed with on the decision, Abbott said the numbers were wrong. Texas ranks number 2 in the nation for a total number of vaccinations, he said. Texans rank extremely high in vaccinations for senior population.
Propaganda, crazy, man.
Yeah.
But the question is, right? Why are cops enforcing this? If the governor is saying that mask mandates are over, why are cops still enforcing it?
And that's the $60,000 question. Why do they keep locking people up if these governors are, releasing this mask mandate?
It makes no sense, man.
Well, my main reason why the main reason why I think they're doing it is number one for control and revenue.
I think it's just more power.
You think it's what?
The cops are power hungry, so whatever power they can get, they don't mind.
And I mean, I think revenue comes into that because it's an easier arrest.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, you can say power. Definitely can say power.
I think it's definitely power, man, because like I said, man, 90% of these people, man, they don't even believe that the COVID is real, but they're out enforcing the COVID rules.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a contradiction into what they believe in, man. You know what I mean?
What about this chick though? You think you think it's real? You think she just, had a string of bad luck? You think this is what they trying to put out there in the media for us to, to be fearful to not wear a mask, and this will happen in public when you go shopping, you're going to get arrested? Or do you think
she's an example?
She's an example, huh? She's just targeted.
They're gonna make an example out of her.
Right.
So if anybody else thinks about going shopping without a mask, look what happened to her. She got locked up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had a couple.
So they love her doing this and going viral, and they love this shit. You know what I mean? It's positive propaganda for them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I had a couple of people in my comments say that she could be like a government agent, or a couple of people responded to your comment. Yeah, like 16 responses, I think.
Yeah, she's not a government agent. She just knows the law. After the governor goes on national TV and says mask mandates are over. So why are you guys enforcing this shit?
Right.
It don't make no sense, man. Like, you guys are going against the governor? Come on. But that goes to show you that, how divided we are, man.
This is true. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments right now.
You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that you're gonna give this lady time for going to the store without wearing a mask. That's crazy. Come on. After the governor said it's not needed.
I want to see how this is going to turn out. I really do. I want to see. I'm gonna try to follow this to see what's up with how she make out in this situation. Of course, she gonna be caught up. She gonna be caught up in the court system like crazy.
Yeah, but there's a disconnect between the city officials and governors and mayors want to do what they want to do, governors want to do what they want to do.
Right.
There's a disconnect. There's no solidarity. You know what I mean? Because the governor can say one thing, then the mayor can do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, man.
Dre Day, I had this dude named Dre Day comment on this video. I'm trying to find what he said. He said something crazy. He got mad with me because I liked the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is crazy though. That's crazy. She got locked up like that, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Sound Minds, what's going on? Great night. What up?
She's not breaking the law.
No, she didn't break the law. She definitely ain't break the law.
I think.
Hey, y'all keep in mind that join button is right there. All y'all gotta do is press it if y'all want to become a member.
Hit the lights! Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
Yeah, man. Where that video at? I'm about to pull that video up. And remember, y'all got a premiere coming at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern time. Got premiere coming up. Dudley Station. Y'all seen plenty of those videos.
You still in New York?
No, I'm back in Boston.
Back out
here? Yeah.
They don't play no games in New York, huh?
You seen it, right? I was disgusted, bro.
Yeah, he was ready to lock you up, man.
I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I wasn't intimidated. I was more disgusted, and it was like, wow. I can't even go to no police stations. Can't even get to no police stations because it's gonna be the same thing. What's up, Reese?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on? Where you calling from, bro?
I'm in Colorado, baby.
Colorado. Shout outs to Reese in Colorado. What's your take on this situation with Terry Lynn Wright getting arrested for the second time?
Well, my take is basically they did the right thing, man. Because if you listen to it, the cop walked up to her, and she was wanting them to read something off her phone. I guess her rights or whatever. But you got to understand, that's a private business. She got arrested for trespassing, not wearing a mask.
So trespass. She had. Go ahead, Mike.
That's a loophole they're using now. That's a loophole.
If they ask her to leave, though.
I understand that private business has their own rules.
That's a private business, so she has to leave. You understand?
I get that.
So she got arrested for trespassing, not wearing a mask. The business wanted her to wear the mask.
I get that. But the thing is, when you have the governor coming out saying, we're going to end our mask mandates, everybody's supposed to be in unison with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be, okay, this private businesses have their own rules. The state has their own rules. Like it's supposed to be a collective thing.
That's not the law, though, bro.
Saying? So it starts. But I'm saying this is what starts anarchy.
I'll give you a perfect example.
It's going to start anarchy within the people. You know what I'm saying?
I'll give you a perfect example. So, you guys are auditors. I love the auditors, man. I love that cop watching shit, though. And much respect to the resistance, man. But here's a perfect example. If an auditor goes into a grocery store and they tell him not to film there, or else he has to leave, Does he have to leave or no?
Nah,
The
yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
100% right.
If the business wants her to wear a mask and she doesn't wear it, then she's trespassing. She either have to put the mask on or she has to leave. Or she's going to
And,
get arrested.
and what you're saying right there, that's where it stands. If everything is true from what we're seeing.
Right, right.
We don't know if she has a medical situation or something like that. Now, if she went into that business and it was just the way we seen it, and they told her to leave, and she didn't leave, and the police were called on her, and whether this recent incident, if the officer gave her more time or not, if she didn't leave, then I think she had to go along with the law and arrest her because she wouldn't leave. But the woman had a situation where it was medical, and that's a different story. But we don't know that.
Right.
So,
we're only going on.
But Mike, at the same time, I understand what Mike's saying because he's saying that the governor released the mandate. But Mike, as far as a private business, how do you think that's going to go?
I think the private businesses are using a legal loophole. That's all they're using, man. They're using the legal loophole. But common sense tells you if the governor says the mask mandates are over, you shouldn't mandate that, man.
So is it safe to say that these big companies got a contract with the government that people who come to your business have to wear masks? Is this all in one big bubble to control?
It feels like it's a power struggle. You know what I'm saying? It feels like because it's people there's probably people within that private business that thinks everybody should still wear masks.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying? In certain positions. These people in these big companies are in certain positions.
Because they have to enforce that. But common sense would tell you if the governor's saying the mask mandate's over, you shouldn't enforce that within your private business.
Shout out to James Ferguson. He says they're not private businesses. Why do they need licenses or permits from the government to operate if they're so private?
Exactly.
Well, they're going to get their money regardless. I owned a liquor store. I owned a cleaning business. You got to get your license, bro. But if I still have my liquor store and I wanted somebody to wear a mask in the liquor store, then they're going to have to wear a mask or they're going to have to get out, man. It has nothing to do with like a power struggle or anything. Well, I'm only speaking for myself. I don't know what those big corporations are doing, you know what I mean? But that's private. That's like somebody coming into your home. That's your private home. If you want them to wear a mask.
But that ties into what Mike said. That ties into what Mike says that, it's a power struggle and it's a control thing. Because just like you just said, you got a business, and if somebody's not going to wear their mask, then you're not letting them in. And the majority rules, especially when it comes to businesses and patrons. You know what I'm saying? So if it gets around, which it's already around, that you can't go to these places to handle your business or to dine or to do whatever without a mask, then you're constricted to wearing a mask whenever you leave out your home.
Yeah, so they just don't.
I'm waiting for the video to come out where somebody's just walking down the street with no mask on and they get arrested.
That's what I'm talking about. And then we have an argument right there. If they're doing that shit and you out in public, okay, then we got an argument there. I'll be right with you.
Right.
I don't know private business though. I'm not with that though.
I think I seen something where a lady was in a park or something, and she refused to put her mask on. I can't remember if she got arrested, but yeah, this is a thin line.
So the law is subjective. That's what people are saying. The law is subjective, pretty much.
No. The law is the law, man.
That's
like you can't.
The law is subjective.
That mask mandate that's for public. That's in the public, not for a private business.
I understand that, but you as a private, you as a private owner, right? You should still follow the Constitution. Correct?
Right. The Constitution protects the business
owner
as well, though.
That's what I'm saying. So all these business owners, there's no democracy. They're just doing what they want to do.
We're only talking about masks, but you know what I'm saying? Like, if they,
But if you,
she didn't have to get arrested. Here's what it boils down to. She didn't have to get arrested. All she had to do was leave.
I know.
All she had to do was leave,
I hear
man.
you.
If she didn't want to put a mask on, she could have just left and left it at that. Okay, I won't do business with you. See, these businesses,
Okay.
they're gonna make a business decision. So if the majority of their patrons, if they have patrons in their business that don't feel comfortable or they're scared of the coronavirus or whatever, then they're gonna have to protect them. You know what I'm saying? And tell, everybody to wear a mask or they're gonna lose business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what gives you the right to subvert the
The sad part about it is it's such a shame what happened to this lady 2 times. But I gotta agree with Reese, because I have to put myself in the business owner's perspective. And I used to be a barber, and I had a barber shop, and I could just see myself, people coming in, no mask and nothing on their face, sneezing, and you know what I mean. When you're in contact with people that close, you get in contact with bodily functions as well. Sometimes they sneeze, sometimes they cough, and I can see myself saying like, "Look, bro, I need you to put a mask on." Now that's not me saying. That's not me saying. Wait a minute, let me just go ahead.
That, but this is what I'm saying. Resistance, right? What makes a private business owner think they know more than the governor of Texas? What makes you think the governor of Texas is not consulting with doctors? You feel what I'm saying? So your own narcissism is saying that you know more than the governor of Texas. Do you understand what I'm saying? So they're acting like that Governor Abbott didn't consult with any doctors about this. They're acting like he's just making this decision out of nowhere, which is just ignorance. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, Mike, and I'm stuck right now with not really having too many words, because it's like, even as I speak and think, it's like sometimes I'm getting caught up in this shit. You dig what I'm saying? Right. No, on some real shit. On some real shit. I'm pretty sure everybody thinks about it sometimes. But up to the point of her getting arrested, I think it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, she has to have some kind of accountability on her part with, being in the store. Else, you seen the police officer go in there. One of the cashiers was telling her she's in there yelling. We've asked.
She's doing it for the cause, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like a First Amendment auditor. People don't think you should be out there doing that. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro. I hear you. But I mean, you're talking about
the majority of people might look at what you're doing and think it's crazy and dumb. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She's doing it for a cause, just like you're doing it for a cause. You feel what I'm saying?
A lot of people think that. And,
you're doing it for a cause, bro.
That's the cause she's doing it for, then I got respect for her. I just don't think for her sake, her getting arrested and caught up in the system is worth it.
Right.
And the reason why I say that is because she outnumbered listen, a lot of people tell me, I just had a guy comment on one of my videos, "You're stupid for wearing a mask." And people don't understand. When I'm out in public, walking down the street, I don't wear my mask. When I get onto the bus or when I go into an establishment, I put my mask on. But I also put my mask on when I record too, because one of the easiest things for me to get caught up on with an officer or somebody who's complaining on me is he doesn't have a mask on. He's been yelling the whole time and still not have my mask on when the police arrive. That's the number one way for them to pick me up. So,
that's the fear of corruption.
Huh?
That's the fear of corruption.
Yeah,
that's the constant fear we deal with, man. That's why the shit has to change, bro.
You
shouldn't have to fear that.
Right.
Yeah. You shouldn't have to fear that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to go and record and not worry about somebody making up some bullshit.
Hey, Mike, listen, when I'm already doing, they already want to jump on my back for having a camera in my hand. No. So you can just
I don't have to take. But that's the problem, man. Every shit's so corrupt that you have to take proper precautions to even do what you do, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's why shit has to change. You shouldn't have that fear. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Yeah,
Shouldn't
I think
you shouldn't have that fear, bro.
I think you stuck in a certain mind frame of like you're quoting the Constitution and everything, but it works both ways. Like you can't go into anybody's private establishment and do what you want
Right.
to do,
That,
no matter
that's
what.
what I'm standing
That's
at
their
with it too.
private
I
establishment.
understand that, but
You
if I'm not
understand?
gonna
That's
come into your establishment and be blatantly disrespectful,
right.
but
So if they want you to
if
wear
I'm
a mask, you got to do
but if
that,
I'm
man.
saying but if I want to come to into your establishment and I'm like, listen, the governor said there's no mask mandates. Like he consulted with doctors to make this decision. You shouldn't go against that as a private business owner
But that's your right to
because you
go
don't have
against that.
the
That's your
same
right
you don't
to go against it,
but you
though.
don't have the same information that the government have. You don't have the resources that the governor has. You feel what I'm saying? So that's your own ignorance going against what's real.
Right. So you basically, Mike, you saying
You know what I'm saying?
you getting caught up in the web, and basically the mind control is spreading. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, and listen, Mike, I'm not standing down from what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying, but at the same time, as a business owner, as a corporate owner, your policy is your policy, and if you're not having, if you're not allowing something,
well, what is that based on, though? What is your policy based on? It's not based on actual facts.
It's based on this.
It's based on fear.
But no,
it's based
not
on
based,
fear.
It's not based on fear, bro. Because
yes, it is, bro.
certain
if
states,
the governor's
like
coming out,
like listen real quick. Let me get this out. Like certain states, that state where she's at, Texas, they're open. Where I'm at is closed. You see, so you got conflicting information there. But what about
so who do you believe?
Dr. Fauci? They still telling you to wear masks. That's the federal government. So why can't that private business owner listen to them? You understand what I'm saying? So they have a right.
Why is there so much conflicting information?
But see, that's not that business
You see
problem.
what I'm saying?
But
it is your problem because you have the choice.
Just like she was exercising her rights. They gave her the opportunity to leave. They just wanted her to wear a mask.
But they're exercising their rights based on false information. That's the problem.
Is not broken enough or showing enough transparency for us to go against it, like how you're saying. Like basically, if I want to go shop at a private business, a Macy's or whatever without a mask, I should have that right. Well, we already know what it is, but it's not that transparent for us to be so defiant like that and for it to be successful.
Resistance, man. The governor Abbott came out and said it.
Man, how many governors been born?
Like Governor here, Governor Polis said,
you feel me? He came out.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know, man.
There's multiple governments with different takes, man. Let me give you another example. You can walk barefooted outside on the sidewalk in public, but you got to put your damn shoes on when you go into somebody's establishment because that's their policy. Well, you got to leave. You see what I'm saying?
But that's not a good analogy, bro.
That's a great analogy. It's the
that's
same
not an equivalent.
thing.
That's not an analogy you can equate to what's going on, bro.
Explain to me why not, though.
You can't equate that, man.
Basically, what I'm saying is you can't go into somebody's establishment and not follow their policies. That's private.
I know, but what if your policy is based on ignorance? That's what I'm trying to say. Your policy is not based on fact; it's based on ignorance
or propaganda.
See,
exactly.
So,
this is.
Reese, you does have a good point, though. He said ignorance.
This is the problem, right? With people, they don't believe corruption is what we say it is, but then when the governor comes out and says it, they say he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So you can't have it both ways. You're either pro-government or you're not.
But all government isn't on the same page, though, bro. Because our governor here, Governor Polis,
the question you have to ask yourself: why would he put Texas at risk? It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, look,
you're going off one side, bro. You're not seeing both sides of the coin because everybody's not going to be on the same page with that mask thing, man. That's just.
And let me
that's
stop
just
y'all real quick. Sorry about that. Good discourse, y'all. Appreciate that. We're going to jump into this vid real quick. But before I do, I just want to remind all y'all that I got a premiere coming out at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to jump off maybe a few minutes, 2 minutes before that premiere. Hope to see all y'all in there.
Hit the lights. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
Discrimination by denying the entry of member of the public. If you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail for trespassing. You can't. You want to read this? You want to hear this or not? Ma'am? What are you doing? Don't jerk away from me. Don't jerk away from me. You see this? Yeah, I saw it. You see this? You know where it came from? Turn around. You know where it came from? Turn around. It's a picture. Pictures in the frame. Oh, I don't control the paint word pictures. I don't control the light. I'm never going to public.
You see right there, Mike, they had already told her to leave. They said she refused to put on a mask. They asked her to put on a mask. And, like, this is not something that I agree with, bro. Like, but you have to understand, if I step into your house and you ask me to, do certain things, either I'm going to follow by those rules or I'm going to leave. Or you're going to put me out. Right. And I understand, these loopholes, they all crossing in with each other, certain sections of the government and everything. And I dig it, man. But I just think that, she probably was, I don't think she's going to have no win in this, bro. What you think?
I totally, man, I can see both sides of the coins. Like I said, I was a business owner also. And then if you go forward in that video also, when that cop walked up to her, they said, you got a choice, you can leave or you're going to get arrested. She didn't want to leave. They arrested her. That's trespassing. She got arrested for trespassing, not wearing a mask. But when you go into people's establishment, man, you just got to follow those policies.
Right. Shout out to Grade Night 7777. He's basically saying the same thing that you're saying, Reese. It's true. You go to somebody's establishment, you gotta follow their rules. Simple as that, cut and dry. You can't go against that.
Discrimination by denying the entry of member of the public. If you refuse to leave, you're going to go to jail for trespassing.
So she said unlawful discrimination. And as much as, this coronavirus pandemic can get sketchy, in my opinion, it's not necessarily unlawful for this company to put that in a policy, to act on a policy. Mike. That's just like I was saying, if I was still cutting hair and, I still had people come, I had people coming in my establishment without a mask, then I'm pretty sure I would deny them service.
Yeah.
Why would you though?
That's away a lot of business, man, because you're going to have people behind them saying.
Because I'm going to be straight up with you, Mike, because I believe
you have the opportunity to educate them. It's the same thing with the First Amendment resistance.
I'm not
it's the same
area. I'm not no scientist. Yeah,
it's the same thing.
All this information circulating on the web and on the paper and in the papers. What I'm saying is,
it's the same thing when you go on the audit right? And people try to call the police on you because they don't know the law. They're ignorant to the law. It's the
Nah,
same
bro.
shit as a private business owner in Texas doing what they do, refusing service. You're ignorant of the law. The governor just made a mandate that said masks are done. You don't have to wear a mask. And it's the same thing as when you try to film a post office when post the nine's right there. But they're trying to make up their own rules.
I was
You
speaking
know what I'm
about.
saying?
Listen, bro. I was speaking about being a barber, coming into contact with people, and that situation with this going on, I can't, totally agree that there's a coronavirus out there, but at the same time, I can't say it's not neither. So for my safety, I would ask them to wear masks.
Come on, Resistance, man. You already filmed the testing sites, bro. Come on, Resistance. You already know what's
That's how I
happening, bro.
feel about it. Listen, and with cutting hair, you come in contact with all types.
You're front line into the fraud.
Huh?
You expose the fraud yourself.
No,
You went to the hospital, you went to the testing center.
I'm never explicit. I ain't never. That don't say that. That don't mean coronavirus ain't completely not real. I never said that. I never said, oh, there's no such thing as coronavirus. I just don't believe on the level that they try to say it is. Shout out to 357 Sig Beats 9mm. That's just how I feel. Like, I mean, in barbering, you're coming to all kinds of bodily fluids. People sneeze, people cough. You might cut something on somebody's head that might start leaking some fluid or something. Shaving, bleeding. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell, at least have a mask on or something. I'm sorry. But let me go ahead with this video real quick. We got a couple more minutes to the pre-man.
No, okay, you're in violation of the law. You want to hear this or not? Ma'am, what are you doing?
Don't jerk away from me. Don't jerk away
You
from
see
me.
this?
Yeah, I saw it.
You see this? You know where it came from?
Turn around.
You know where it
want to
came
hear it.
Turn around.
Okay, I hope everyone's filming this because this is a major violation.
Listen, I don't want to hurt you.
A major violation.
And y'all gotta understand, people say I'm out in public all the time, but that don't mean that I gotta trust the motherfucker who I don't know and I'm in close contact with. If I feel like pulling that mask up, this motherfucker talking all in front of me, spit flying and shit, I'm pulling that mask up, bro.
Same
Real
here.
rap.
Same here, bro. Like that.
I'm seriously, I'm pulling that. Look, people be walking past me. I see them 30 feet away coughing and shit. I pull that mask right on up.
Yeah, but that's for hygiene purposes, man. That's not because of the fear. You feel me? Come on, yo. A whole store full of people with masks, yo, and they care about her. Come on, man. Crazy.
You have it. You are taking my rights.
Shout outs to Level Wise to see.
Let's go.
Okay. You know what? That happens really, really high. No, I'm trying to fool you people. I'm trying to fool you people. All right. Hey, buddy. See ya.
This the other officer's body cam.
It's crazy, man. Got you in charge for not wearing a mask, man. That's crazy.
For trespassing.
If you wore a mask, you're gonna be trespassing. Eating up the propaganda, man.
Shout out to Julio Sanchez 19. Shout out to TJ. Thanks a lot, bro.
What's your name? Oh, you were Lydia the other day causing issues in Galveston.
That's
My rights.
You didn't learn your lesson in
it's gonna be the
Galveston?
new world, man. Everybody's gonna be afraid of human contact.
That's my business.
It's Officer Arthur Lee.
All right, y'all. We got 2 minutes to this premiere, so I'm gonna cut off as soon as this video is over with. Y'all make sure y'all go over there, be in the chat.
Big ups, man. Keep doing the good work, man. Keep fighting the good fight. Love your shit, bro.
Thanks, Reese. I appreciate you, bro. Mike Jones, thanks for coming up, man. Appreciate you too, man.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be that lady from Bank of America. See the warrants active. So I tell you on the other call, the lady said it didn't happen at like 1:30. But the neighbors all said 4. Which leg? No, you can't have it in the
My phone is. My foot is not fitting in here, sir. My foot is broken in 3 loads.
If you scoot back a little bit, you can put your foot over there. Say that. Scoot back. There you go.
All right, y'all. I'm out of here. See y'all at the premiere.